Hello there.
Hello, welcome to Live at 5.
Welcome.
It's September 8th. It's the first day of school.
First day of school for so many kitties in the city today. Yes, I hope you had a great day.
Yes. And now you're back and you're watching Live at 5, as you should be. And we have a special guest.
We do. Sara Esty from the national tour of An American in Paris. She's also been in the Broadway production as well. She's joining us today to talk for a little bit. So,
awesome.
But yeah, she's leading the tour. Very exciting.
Leading the tour. We have breaking news, right?
We do.
Danny DeVito is going to make his Broadway debut in The Price, the Arthur Miller play that's coming in February and opening in March. Also has already announced that it stars John Turturro and Tony Shalhoub and Jessica Hecht.
Yes, great cast.
Yeah, great cast.
Have
great
Danny
play.
DeVito on the boards. So
isn't that amazing?
Who knew
He's
we
done
even
a lot
that?
of stage work, but never on Broadway.
Yes, so
That's
finally.
Awesome
Way
sauce.
to go. Welcome, Danny.
Welcome. I know you're watching Danny DeVito. Hello.
Welcome.
Muriel's Wedding is
Yes, world premiere in Sydney.
Yeah, next
I've
fall.
never seen Muriel's Wedding, but
But it's fabulous, I'm
and
sure.
love ABBA-tunes, so
Yeah,
all of that sounds great.
Yes. I went to the press event today for Oh Hello on Broadway, which stars Nick Kroll. You got to say it that way. Nick Kroll and John Mulaney, which was super funny. They did kind of like a
Very
mock
funny guys.
press conference in character, which was something to behold. They had literally a plant in the audience, like an actual plant that asked questions. But their director is Alex Timbers, so I got to ask him about Moulin Rouge.
Yes, everyone wants to know so much about Moulin Rouge.
He's most psyched to work with
Yeah,
John
he's
Logan.
a big John Logan fan, yes. I mean, who isn't?
He's like a Logan head, I would call
Yeah,
him.
a Logan head,
A
yes.
Logan
I
head.
like that.
We have really interesting and fun casting for School of Rock in London.
Yes, this is actually a little ironic.
David Finn is going to play Dewey Finn, but David Finn spells it with a Y. And I propose that the London character should be with a Y.
Exactly.
Anyway,
exactly.
they've announced the whole cast, and that's all exciting. For
Lots
the
of
West
talented
End.
kiddies
Yeah.
taking School of Rock to the West End.
Absolutely. What else do we have to talk about? We've got Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS Flea
Yes.
Market coming up on September 25th. You can win a walk-on roll to Wicked.
I know. I mean, isn't
Not
that
a
what?
fly-on roll, not
isn't
a
that why
bubble
all
roll.
of us are into Broadway here?
Just to be able to stand on stage.
In Wicked, yes, exactly.
But there are also a lot of signed, autographed stuff. It's going to be amazing. Broadway.com usually has a booth, so come and see
Come visit
us.
David Hyde Pierce being honored by the Drama League.
Come on,
So-
there's no nicer guy in the
Yeah,
world.
and he'll be back soon, coming back for Hello Dolly.
With Bette
with Bette
Midler.
Midler, of course.
That's not
So-
like Oh Hello. It's a different hello.
Different hello.
Yeah, so that's cool stuff. And Jen Gambatese is on Show People.
Yes, fun.
Love. Speaking of School of Rock.
Yeah, she was so great on that. And then Fun Home released a cute little video of saying sort of goodbye.
Saying
They're going to be
goodbye.
leaving soon.
It's
and
really
that we'll miss
adorable.
them when they're gone. We will.
We will miss them
Certainly
when they're gone.
will.
Of course.
Yes.
Debbie Diggs was on James Corden.
Some,
a couple of
some
Tony
Hamilton
winners.
tracks, yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah, and he performs as
handfuls
well.
of Tony winners.
Okay, I'm going to do a Broadway PSA, and then I'm going to get out of here so Sarah can talk to you about an American in Paris tour. Leslie Kritzer, Jersey girl, star of Something Rotten.
Broadway favorite.
She needs you because she put this on Craigslist, as
She
you
needs
do.
a taco truck.
She's in need of a taco truck. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are now home from school, watching Live at 5, and you have a taco truck in your backyard,
or on every corner.
it looks like Leslie Kritzer
She
might
needs
need
one.
you.
Yeah, so help out Leslie.
She says, fun project and totally legit.
Not a
So there you
taco
go.
truck.
That's
Yeah.
all you need to know. Hey, if there are any other Broadway PSAs I should be doing, please let me
us
know.
know.
I would love to hear what other Broadway stars are in need of.
Yes. What do you need? We'll help you.
What do you need? On that note, I'm going to go.
Yes. All right.
I'm going to go. And here's
Thank
Sarah.
you. So here
Thank
is
you.
Sara Esty. Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm
so
really
you,
good.
Yeah, you An American in Paris, hitting the road this fall.
I know.
How excited are you? You are leading the tour as Lise. So how are rehearsals going?
They're great. They're great. We started rehearsing a couple of weeks ago, and it's a brand new cast except for my partner who plays Jerry Mulligan and I both got to be in the Paris company of this show and the Broadway company.
Mr. Garen Scribner.
Garen Scribner, love him. And it's going well. Everyone is so excited and very enthusiastic, and it's just a fresh energy, and they're just great.
Yeah. Now you've been involved with An American in Paris for a while. You were part of the Paris company, the Broadway company. Now you have got the national tour. So this has been a big part of your life for a while.
It has been almost 3 years now. I was telling someone that I found one of my first emails from our director, Christopher Wheeldon, when he was starting his search, and it was dated 2013, and I was just like, oh, this has been a part of my life for a long time, but it's so special, and I cannot wait to lead this company. It's just like
it's going to be great. I think it's going to about 30 cities right now. I think are already locked in, so you'll have so many opportunities to go catch it. So make sure you do. You were with the Miami Ballet for about
Miami
10
City
years.
Ballet,
for
10
years, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I read somewhere that you found out about this being part of the show through a Facebook message.
I
that you
did.
What's the story behind
hilarious. That? So, I've danced with Miami City Ballet for about 10 years, like you said, and I think one day, a couple of us in the ballet company got a Facebook message from Rachel Hoffman over at Chelsea and Company, who's a casting agent, and it was just kind of random, like, hi, this is, so-and-so. I'm working on a new project with Chris Wheeldon. Let me know if you'd be interested. And I was just like,
Chris Wheeldon, New York City.
Broadway, what? Like, I was just like, excuse me?
Sign me up for all of that.
I, researched her company just to make sure, because I was like, I don't know anything about, the Broadway world, even though I'm a huge fan.
Right.
Kind of a Broadway super nerd.
Aren't we all?
I mean,
you're in good company.
Yeah. So then I reached back out to her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, great!" And I think a couple of the other girls were kind of just like way too nervous to do anything about it. But I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!" I mean, I've loved musical theater since I was a baby.
Right.
And then one thing led to another.
And now you'll get to go back, right? Because the show is going to the Arch. So you
might cry through the whole time we're in Florida. Just the nostalgia. We're going to be performing at two of the theaters that Miami City Ballet performs at: West Palm Beach, the Kravis Center, and the Arch Center in Miami.
So
it's going to be
a beautiful little homecoming.
But all of our friends are still down there. My sister is actually coming on tour.
Right.
I know that was probably something you were going to ask about. Jumping the gun.
No, that's great. I read an interview where you were saying the hardest part in the beginning was just being separated from your sister, Leanne. And so now she's playing the least alternate. So you get to tour the country together.
And the fun thing is that we're identical twins. 2 minutes apart.
2
hilarious.
Minutes. Oh, wow.
So she danced in the Miami City Ballet as well, but for 12 years. So when I left to do this journey, she was not ready to leave yet. And so we decided to kind of part ways, which was terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because it's like you work with each other and you live together for so many years, and then to just kind of do your own thing was scary. But now, the opportunity arose, and she took it, and they love that we're both there.
It's an adorable.
Get to do the same part. It's just like
you and your sister were here just about a week ago, because there's a Broadway Balances America, which is a show on Lifetime that we're a part of. They're doing a little segment on An American in Paris, so you get to do all these little events together.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's pretty awesome. She came up with I think her hashtag was Twinterview, which I'd never heard before. I was like, we're using that. That's gonna be our thing.
David would like to know, who are some of your inspirations?
Oh my gosh. I have so many, especially learning the completely new world of acting for me. I mean, in the ballet world, we act a lot, but it's ballet acting, and, you never use your voice and all that stuff. And so I now look up to so many actors. I think, the Broadway community just has the most incredibly talented people. I just, I can't even deal with it. I don't even know where to start for that. But dancers, the beautiful company members of An American in Paris just continue to inspire me every day. Even though, I've left that company, I can still go back and watch them. And let's see, I'm fortunate to have some friends in the New York City Ballet who are just unreal. Robbie Fairchild, Tyler Peck, they're just incredible. My friend Cameron's in the New York City Ballet, and Unity, his girlfriend. They're just beautiful, beautiful dancers. And now that I'm in New York, I can go and like see them and watch them perform.
All of a sudden, these inspirations you have are now like friends of yours,
exactly.
and which is so cool.
Totally. And then just going to see, you know, last night I saw Holiday Inn and Bryce Pinkham and Corbin Blue. I was just...
There's somebody else in Holiday Inn
my
that
boyfriend.
You guys, did you, correct me if I'm wrong, did you fall in love in Paris?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I know. I even like tell the story and I'm like, this is so corny, but it
That's
happened.
adorable.
Yeah, we met in the show.
Magical city.
And then we got to live in Paris for 2 months, and it just kind of happened.
Jealous.
And now it's almost 2 years, and
Very,
it's just
very
like
jealous.
great. And he's awesome. And yeah, I mean, just so many inspirations. That wasn't very specific. Sorry, David. But but yeah, it just, this community is so inspiring.
I think we actually share the same. My very first Broadway show was Beauty and the Beast, and that was yours as well, right?
Yes.
Is there a better way to fall in love with Broadway than that show? I don't think there
I was a little girl, and my eyes were like, you know, and I think I saw it when it was at the Palace, which is where American in Paris was.
Exactly.
And so I couldn't believe that it was on that stage. I was like, well, here we go. We're full circling the life. Yeah.
It's all very meant to be. Peyton would like to know, what do you wish you could bring from the American in Paris world to the modern world?
That's a very good question.
That is a great question.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite things about the show is, first of all, the beautiful love story, where love trumps everything.
Right.
And I think that's a very valid thing we can talk about this day and age. And it, you know, the overcoming of obstacles when the world has been in such turmoil. I mean, we're talking about World War II in our show, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff happening in our world today that I wish people... you know, just the beauty that we can overcome tragedy and, you know, bond together. I think that's the timeless sort of hope for everybody that we can have. So I hope our show kind of teaches
And I
people
think
that.
there's also this great artistic mission I feel like the show is going on. Because, I mean, ballet has been part of your life almost your whole life. And now to be able to bring a show that celebrates ballet all across the country, that must feel so powerful,
It's definitely gratifying for me, totally. I mean, the other thing I really love about this show is that it celebrates everything I love about performance art. I mean, you have a big, beautiful Broadway show, and then it involves, you know, there is ballet in it as well. And so to be able to mix those two worlds, in my eyes, I'm just blown away. I can't believe there's a show that has everything I love to do in it, you know.
And working with Christopher Wheeldon just seems like it really is a dream. He must just be the most wonderful person to be around.
He's a genius, and he's so focused, and he wants to be involved in it doesn't matter how, you know, small the part of the show is or whatever. He wants to be completely involved and immersed and just, you know, friends with everyone and kind of, and I mean, I've always admired him for his choreography in the ballet world, but now to see him blossom into an amazing director and choreographer, Tony-winning choreographer now, you know, has been incredible.
No, he is. This is a great question from David. Did you and your sister, your twin, ever switch places?
We did. Yes. So when we were little,
I mean, totally done that if I had a twin.
So I mean, we looked way more alike when we were little. Because now I'm like a little bit taller, and she's got a longer face. I have more of the round face, and I have short hair. She's got longer hair. You know, just differences to help everyone out. You know, whatever. And when we were in middle school.
Okay.
We would have this like spirit week, and one of the days, you know, would be like pajama day, and, you know, dress up as your favorite character day, whatever.
Right.
And one of the days was twin day.
So they set themselves up for it.
And we had one class together on twin day, and we dressed completely alike, and we sat in each other's seat. And our teacher had no clue. And we told her maybe 2 years later. We saw her at some random school function, and we were like, did we ever tell you that? She was furious. I know. She was like, what? You did? I had no idea. And we were just sitting there in the class just like, you know, she would call Lee. And I was like, that's me. Hi. Yes. Okay, great. You know, like whatever. Yeah. And we were like, let's not tell her. Yeah. So, you know, just a little devious plan. Of
Right.
course, you have to try once, of course.
Peyton also would like to know. Peyton's got all the great questions today. Peyton needs a job at one of these theaters. What is the best advice you've ever been given?
Oh, man. That's a really good question. Gosh. I tend to get overwhelmed with the big picture in life. And it's very easy to get sucked into these sort of, dramatic situations or just something that compromises who you are. And my mom always tells me, even to this day, one day at a time.
Right.
There's nothing a deep breath can't solve. Don't forget where you came from, your roots. I mean, to me, my family's like the most important thing ever. So, just knowing that I can make them proud doing what I'm doing is very humbling to me. And so, yeah, just stay true to who you are, even in this crazy, crazy world. It's hard, and you have to work at it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you're not happy with who you are, then you're never going to be truly happy. You know what I mean? So,
right. There are some pretty incredible physical feats that you have to accomplish in an American person. There's that 18-minute ballet.
Oh yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah, it's if you haven't seen it yet, it's incredible.
Yeah.
How do you sort of maintain? I mean, is there a regimen that you have to stick with in terms of?
There is. I mean, it's really important to keep your body obviously physically fit. We are provided with a ballet class before rehearsals every morning. And so that really helps out a lot. And you have to eat right. The common misconception with dancers is they don't eat. So they have to stay, very skinny and whatever. But if I don't snack and
energy.
eat all the time, nothing. You cannot survive. It's just, get that out of your mind right now, folks. I can't, and I'm from this huge Italian family anyway. So it's they
Pasta,
would kill
bread.
me. Yeah, no. But anyway, just keeping your physical and mental sort of health balanced is really important. And just stamina. I was watching them run the ballet yesterday because they haven't put Garen and myself in it quite yet, but I was watching them at rehearsal, and where they would normally have a gap for the pas de deux in the music, they paused for a minute and they said, okay, let's keep going. We have to build your stamina, and so they've been running it every day. So just kind of the whole rehearsal, endurance pushing at the beginning stages are really important.
Yeah, and David would like to. Did you ever have to sort of mentally deal with an injury? Did you have an injury that you had to?
Knock on wood, I've been really, really lucky in my career. I haven't had. Oh God, where's some wood? Somebody. It happens. It does. Even just things that keep coming back, and luckily we have this amazing physical therapy team. And I'm a fan of a massage, if you know what I mean. It's just my favorite thing to do whenever I'm achy or whatever. You have to listen to your body, keep it well tuned. I mean, it's your instrument. You just can't abuse it. So, as much sleep as you can get, and I do an ice bath for the feet.
Oh, there you go.
At the end of the day, there's a couple of people I know. Our first Jerry Mulligan, Robbie, would at the end of every show, he would step into a trash bucket that came up to almost his waist. It was at least got a lot of his legs full of ice and water. And I know a lot of the ballet girls in the show as well. We would sit after and fill the ice up, sit down, shove our feet in for 8 minutes and take our makeup off and whatever, and people are like, you're crazy. I can't do that. But it just helps so much. You're on your feet for 2.5 hours, switching out of character heels into tap shoes, into point shoes and back, and it's just, it's amazing. It's amazing, but it definitely takes some
As an audience member, I feel like you walk out of the show a little exhausted. I can't even imagine what you all must feel like. And so now you'll all be on the road together. You'll be traveling from. What are you most looking forward to spending all of that time with these people? Being able to just see the country. What are you gonna do when all your stops?
I'm really excited to see the cities that I've never been to, and I don't know if I will have ever get the chance to go to.
Right.
So that'll be really fun, and just kind of knowing that if people didn't have a chance to get up to New York to see the show, that we're kind of the show has a really amazing, beautiful following and reputation now that we get to show everybody and to be able to bring what Chris's vision was, like an authentic, it's 100% the same show. I'm just excited for people everywhere to get to be exposed to this because it's amazing. So.
And now that you're part of a big part of the Broadway community on all that, are there other dream roles? Are there other dream shows that you want to take on now? I mean, because now that you're in it, you just gotta
I would love to keep up with like the singing lessons and the acting lessons. Like, of course, I would love to after being on the road come back and maybe do another show. I keep going back to this in my head. It's kind of the show that made me really feel like I could do, Broadway maybe. My mom and dad brought my sister and I to see Moving Out when it was here. And we had obstructed view seats, and I was like, well, that stinks. We're not going to see. No, we were in the very front row, and the obstruction was the speakers that were just kind of like blaring the music out. And my jaw, I was like, dance is a big part of this community. And then the singing, and I was like, if I can try and do everything, the end, I was just bawling my face off. I always cry at shows. I'm very emotional.
Right. No, I get it.
But it just and then just meeting people and seeing what they can do, my boyfriend, I have a friend in this show, let's go see. Okay, why not? Whatever, and just seeing.
Yeah, your Instagram is just all of these shows that you've been able to see, and you've been tearing through them.
It's like my favorite thing to do.
Have you had a favorite from this most recent season? Is there something that really?
Good question. Well, I did get to see Hamilton, so I mean, duh.
That's
check. Yeah. Okay, I don't have to say much about that one.
Just slipping into the parties.
Yeah,
well, I've seen Hamilton.
It's fine. Have you seen it? Maybe. Yes, I have. Well, I just recently got to see Waitress and The Color Purple.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I'm trying to before I leave. What else did I see? I did get to see Fun Home and Curious Incident before they are leaving.
Right.
And it's
just amazing theater on Broadway right now.
Incredible.
It really is.
What the heck, people?
Yeah,
just one after the other.
Spoiled with riches.
The most amazing talent that just when I saw Waitress, sometimes you missed, it doesn't break over. I was ugly crying.
Your
My
friend
boyfriend was like, okay.
You're gonna be fine.
It's time.
Your friend Andy Huntington Jones, just
Month
here on
strap.
Live at 5. Yes, he says hi, Sarah. So, and he would also. Is there anything changing for the road production of An American in
We
Paris?
are
Great
making.
question, Andy.
Luckily, we have our director with us for a little while, and he's been able to adjust a few dance steps to myself and Garen, which is really awesome because he's like, oh, well, that maybe looks better on you. And, just so a tiny bit of new choreography, not completely, obviously, but, and, a couple line changes here and there, but no big, huge changes.
Right. But new little discoveries for
new
people
discoveries.
that may have already seen it.
It's fun. So. It feels more like me and more like him, and, we've had great role models. So.
Beautiful. So, all right, later in October, the launch of the American in Paris tour. Make sure you go see it. 30 cities. You'll have so many chances. Check out BroadwayAcrossAmerica.com for all the tour stops and all that. And thank you so much,
welcome.
Sarah.
This was so fun. Thank you, guys.
Come back very soon. And we will see all of you tomorrow for Friday Live at 5 is back. So we will see you all tomorrow. Thanks again.